Let me make it easier for you and tell you 3 things that you should do next time you go to buy protein powder that'll make it not only easier for you, but you'll feel more confident in your purchase. Hi, my name's JP. I'm a certified personal trainer and nutritionist, and through trial and error, I was able to lose 70 pounds in 1 year that was both sustainable and fun and allowed me to understand myself better, and now I'm just looking to pass that on to other people. So you've been doom scrolling the internet. You're seeing all these videos of just giant sculpted men clanging and banging the weights at the gym, or you're seeing these gym sesh girlies doing hour-long cardio sessions. All their workouts seem to end the same, by drinking a nutrient-dense, rich protein shake. And you think to yourself, yeah, that's gonna be a great idea for me. So you go down to your local grocery store, your local nutrition store, and you're met with a wall of just labels and colors and words, and you have absolutely no idea what any of it means. Which one's gonna be the best for weight loss? Which one's gonna be the best for building muscle? You're so overwhelmed by everything, you just kind of go with whatever. And you don't know if it's the right choice for you. You leave feeling unconfident in your purchase. Though I'm a firm believer that you should do the research before you buy anything, I'm an even bigger believer that that research does not have to be done in a day. So the first thing you want to get into is the protein type. Now you're going to see there are a ton of different proteins, and then there's a ton of versions of that protein underneath that. There's animal whey, soy, pea protein, the list is endless. And they all are going to serve different purposes. They're all going to react differently to everyone's body. Now to make it a little bit easier, again, with that kind of ideology of not overwhelming it, let's just say, unless you have a dietary reason, you pretty much have no reason to go with plant-based, and I would suggest you go with animal-based or whey protein. 1, you're pretty much going to get the same value as far as nutrition, so there's no concerns with that. 2, typically companies have way more options in whey. That's just more of the market. And personally, I think whey protein tends to mix a little better. So if you know a vegan protein that doesn't taste like you're drinking sand and water, please let me know. Because as much as it might be healthier for some, you can't get over the fact that it's fucking bad texture, and texture is a huge thing. So once you have figured out the type of protein you want to get, the next thing I would consider is flavor versatility. When you think of a protein powder, for the most part, what ends up being the thing is you think of a shake. You think of putting milk in a bottle, mixing it up, drinking it, that's it. But what if I told you there's other ways you can utilize your protein powders? For example, you can always freeze them, add all those ingredients to a blender, blend it up with fruit and make a smoothie instead of a shake. You can take those same ingredients, blend it all up, and if you freeze it overnight, you can make it into ice cream. Or you can even add that protein powder to things like oats and make what's called protein oats. The point I'm making is that when you go for a protein, look for a flavor that's going to make sense in multiple applications. That way you're not just stuck drinking the same thing every time. Especially since, and this is something I have to complain about with the protein industry, why is it that most of these companies do gigantic 40 to 60 serving tubs? It seems like no one besides a few that I've seen out there do smaller portions of protein powder. I'm forced to drink 2 months of the same flavor, or I'm forced to spend hundreds of dollars on multiple flavors in order to have variety, which is what I end up doing. To make it easier for yourself, instead of spending $300 on 4 different flavors, find a flavor that's going to make sense in multiple different varieties. That way you don't get immediately tired of everything. Plus, it doesn't have to be just vanilla or chocolate or strawberry. There is so many flavors now and so many companies doing crazy unique collaboration flavors that are licensed from other things from our childhood that there is no reason to go with just vanilla unless you literally are as boring as I can be. Because I do sometimes just get vanilla or strawberry. But recently I've gotten salted caramel. I got snickerdoodle. Hell, I have strawberry cheesecake. Be creative. Make this fun for yourself or else you're going to just hate drinking protein. And now the third thing I would take into account is macro ratio. Now, this I would say is the least important of these 3 tips because either way, if you're getting into drinking protein, you understand that 1, it's not supposed to be a meal replacement, and 2, it's a supplement. So that aside, you do want to make sure that this supplement actually has good macros. At this point, I'd say 90% of protein out there is going to fall at about 100 to 130 calories per serving and about 20 to 25 grams of protein, which is excellent. That's an excellent ratio. So if you see anything outside of that, for example, it's more than 150 calories per serving or less than 20 grams of protein per serving, then I would argue that that's a dog shit protein powder. There is no reason with all the science and all the things we have available now that it should be outside of any of that range. If you do find that, then okay, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what to do. You can go ahead and go for it. But you're going to be losing out on things. 1, you're going to be losing out on protein that you kind of want to keep protein high because if it's higher protein, it's going to keep you full longer. But you don't want it to be too much protein in which you're consuming too many calories and now you're kind of losing track of the whole reason you got into protein to deal with. Now, this is obviously more of a pressing thing depending on your goals. If you want it to lose weight, what I just said makes sense. If you're trying to gain weight, then you know what? Throw out what I said. Fucking go ahead and go for it. Anyways, the point of all of this is to say that protein powder is essentially like a treat. It's not a meal replacement, it's a supplement. It's supposed to be something that helps you get to your goals while staying in a caloric deficit or in a calorie surplus, however you want to use it. It makes it so you feel a little more confident in your diet. So just have fun with it. And please remember to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot because I would love to meet more of you and help you along with your fitness and nutrition journeys and be the help that I wish I had when I started. Thank you as always.